I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you. I feel like I'm constantly trying to keep up with the fun things that you're doing online. But it's such a treat to be able to talk to you live. So I'm so happy that you're here. Hey, Chelsea. So I was telling them kind of a little bit about this mom dilemma. You and I are going to dive into that today. But it can be like you're pulled in different directions when you want to be there for your kids, but you also want a fulfilling career, or you want to be able to make some money for yourself or be part of something for yourself. And it's hard to do that. It's hard to get yourself in a place that you're able to do that. Number one, the kids' school schedules are bananas and not really conducive to a working parent. And number two, we have mom guilt is real, and where we want to be, and how we divide our time and divide our focus and our energy. So I'm super excited to have you on this morning. Emily is the founder and owner of Unicorn Digital Marketing School, and she has just been able to create something I think so fantastic. So fantastic. I love it. I love what you do. And I think that it's something that's really needed because this mom dilemma is real. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you transitioned into this world.
Oh my gosh. So thanks for having me. I'm excited about this conversation because I feel like especially this generation, this, creeping up to 40-year-old, like our parents kind of had a lot of factors like in our decisions, whether to go to work or not. And I mean, I grew up with my mom kind of shaming working women. Right. And I think some of that was probably her own guilt and her own issues. Right. But she was super smart, overeducated, but as a military spouse moving around, her ability to work virtually was like pretty much zero. Yeah. And she's starting over. And so now I find myself in the same situation. And I literally had my dream job as a military spouse, which is huge because it's never a door-to-door move, right? You're always like starting over a new network. Nobody knows you. Got to prove yourself. Got to take the low-paying job and then work your way up. And then it's time to move. Sorry, I got a phone call. Let me hide that. So I got my dream job and found out I was pregnant the first week of my job. And I about died because I just felt like the shame and the stigma, and I didn't want to quit, and I felt guilty. But ultimately, once I became a mom, I need to start making decisions for myself. So I got off the hook pretty easy in the fact that I actually, for the first time ever, lived near family. And I had help with childcare because that was such a big issue.
Oh, such a big thing. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, that keeps a lot of women from getting their dream jobs and going back to work is the cost of childcare and all of this. And the stats are staggering. And of course, this comes on to us as women because we're usually the default parent. I mean, I know there can be different situations, but especially being married to the military, I'm the default parent. I'm the one getting up. I'm the one waking up with the baby. I'm the one worried about who's going to pick them up, the feeding and all of that. And I mean, my husband's kind of in and out of my life as a military guy, right? And so I got lucky. I had a grandparent, my mother-in-law watched my son, and she said I had until he was a year. And I got so lucky because she was watching the other grandbaby to my husband's brother's child. But I knew my time was ticking. And I tried so hard to find childcare situations where I was. And then you look at what I made. I only made $40,000 a year in that job. And so the cost of childcare just made it not worth it. I got off the hook because we got orders to move to DC. And I was able to have all my problems just solved with one fell swoop. I didn't have to be the bad guy. I didn't have to make the decision. I kind of got the easy way out. And that's when I started freelancing, which I kind of want to talk about a little bit today. But yeah, so I just felt very conflicted. On one hand, I had my peers oh, I never see you being a stay-at-home mom. And then I had my own mother kind of encouraging me to stay home. And it was really hard to make that decision. And yeah, it's so hard because there's so many factors going in. And I was reading some of the stats before I got on this call with you about how much, women take the brunt of this when it comes to sacrificing their career, not taking the promotion because they're trying to balance this work life and mom life.
Yeah. So what is it that you've created that kind of solves this problem, so to speak?
Yeah. Okay, I have to tell you, I found this whole freelance world. And if you had told me I would be a business owner and like a CEO, I would have laughed in your face like 13 years ago. I'm like, that's not what I wanted to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
when I fell into freelancing, I had my first retainer client approached me and asked me to help with some PR, which was my background, in this new thing called Facebook marketing. At the time, it was new, and I just realized, well, I can do this one thing and I can figure out this other thing. So I said yes. So I became an accidental freelancer, and I took the work with me, and it was amazing because I got to stay at home with my son and be the present mom that I wanted to be, and still have work that challenged me. And it really set me up for success down the road. Because at the beginning, it wasn't a large package. I wasn't charging enough, but it was keeping my skills up to date. It was keeping me relevant. It was keeping me in the game, even though it was a minimal thing. And so I went on to have 4 kids, and it just like revved up from there. And now I have a 6-figure business just on my client work, doing the school age dance, like working in the mom cracks of time, working at nap time, working in the mornings. And I mean, it's a hustle period for sure, but it has set me up. So when my kindergartner goes to school, this is her first year, like I'm good. Like I'm where now I can really run with it. So it's been such a beautiful thing. It's been such a game changer for me, and my confidence too as a mom.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, who are the people who end up working with you, like learning how to do this freelancing space?
It's so crazy because anyone who's had any real life, any job experience can find a way to offer that service in the online space. It doesn't matter what you did before, what your degree is, everything.
Or if you even have a degree, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Whatever you've done, you definitely don't need a degree. Whatever you did in person can now be done online. And thank God, like the pandemic kind of showed us that.
Yeah.
You know, if the Pentagon can adapt and send 30,000 servicemen and civil servants home and realize how to work virtually, like the rest of the world can do it. And so it's become very clear that this is possible. So I have women who, in all different types of backgrounds, because in this online space, we need different types of brains. We need that analytical, linear project manager, you know, the business brain. We need the creatives who are coming up with ideas and designing and just creating things and websites and stuff and writing and copywriting. So there really is a space for everyone. I think the hardest thing is putting yourself in that hiring pool by knowing what this online space needs, what people are looking for, what clients are needing. And I've had, like, at one point I had the commander's wife working for me, AliceAnne, and she was an engineer. She didn't know anything about marketing or online business, but she could use those project management skills, like the list making, the keeping the clients on track and on focus. Like she could use those skills in the online space because that was needed. So it's really everything under the sun.
Yeah. Yeah. I just find that like so fascinating. You know, 2021 was like the big resignation, like everybody was leaving their jobs and becoming freelancing or working from home entrepreneurs. I am so sorry. My puppy is like obsessed with this ring light, and that's why I keep shaking, because he's like trying to get to the light. He's crazy.
Yeah.
So
oh my gosh.
So that's why I'm
so
vibrating and like on camera, off camera. But it's been incredible to see how many people are shifting into this world of online business and being a support. You know, living here in Annapolis, I have a lot of friends that are military spouses, or wasn't their home. They've somehow landed here. They don't know how long they're going to be here. And then because I own childcares, I'm seeing parents, more often mothers, I would say 90% of mothers, trying to find work that fits the school day, that they can really own when they work, they can manage when they work. I love seeing your social media that, like, I see you, Emily, you are a get shit done girl. And then you're at the pool, at soccer practice, I'm so sorry. You know, I don't know what's worse, little kids at work or dogs. I really don't. He's in that crazy stage, but But you really are like the queen of, hey, my business works in my life. And you know, you're not missing out on any of those other parts. And we as working moms, we know that pain of missing out. And sometimes we have to miss out, especially when we aren't in control of our schedule. We're not in control of deadlines. We're not in control of so many things. We know that time that we have with our kids is like so precious. So I see this all the time of women trying to find something that fits the life that they are building and that they don't want to miss out on. So you have this program where you walk women through how to become, what do you call them? You don't call them virtual assistants. You call them digital marketing experts. Like what is it that you're walking them through? What are they able to take away after working with you?
So there's a couple different freelancer, independent contractor positions you can be. And a lot of people use the term virtual assistant, which is just an industry term saying someone who's working remotely. I teach women the digital marketing and techie skills and strategies to work online. And the reason why I focus on that is any of you who've ever had a real job, like you know how to handle an inbox, a calendar, you can help with the files, like you know that stuff.
Yeah.
The marketing side of things is what's going to open bigger doors, because that's what clients are really needing. They need someone who gets those strategies and understands what needs to be happening in the day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month. And marketing is such a big point for moms because it's not usually a burning fire. It is something you can work ahead on. Unlike a retail job or an admin job, they expect you to be present for several hours. And that would just never work with my lifestyle right now. Like today, my daughter's hamster died this morning. It was like a rough night, and I'm going to go have lunch with her. And I can just clear my schedule and go spend some time with her, and it's cool. But if I were on call in some kind of call center or required to work by hours, I would still be just as stuck. So I teach this digital marketing work because you can work ahead, and because it's value-based, you're paid more for the results you're getting rather than like the time you put into it. Mm-hmm. You're being paid for your creative brain and putting your brain on their business. Mm-hmm. You kind of free up your time additionally. Now, being an admin VA can be a great gateway to get started, but I really see the growth and the freedom and the flexibility happen when you like kind of niche into the marketing skill. So I call these women unicorn digital marketing assistants. It's like level 1, get in your client's business, help implement their marketing strategies in a very tactical, mechanical way. And then you can grow up and be almost any kind of manager, like once you get level 1 down.
Yeah. So like for those of us, me, guilty, that doesn't know what a digital marketing assistant or strategist does, what are those skills that you're teaching?
Oh, to me, it's the fun stuff, AliceAnne. It is a mix of, okay, so know this about me. My background is journalism. I love to get stuff printed. I love tangible results. I love to say, like, look what I did. I get no satisfaction over a clean bathtub or clean toilet. I just don't. I mean, I like it. I'm much calmer, but I like to get stuff done and very like productive oriented. And so the marketing assistant is doing those tasks every day that help the business owner grow their audience, nurture their audience, and sell to their audience. So we're talking about tasks related to email marketing, getting those emails out, whether you're a weekly email or your launch email. We're talking about posting on social. And I don't mean writing from scratch. This is level 1 stuff where you're just helping execute the marketing plan. You're helping make sure that gets out the door. You're formatting, you're scheduling, and you're kind of almost the assignment editor for your client, right? We're talking about blogging and content marketing, updating websites. I really love the blogging stuff because of the journalist in me, but this opens the doors to Pinterest and helping with that. And then also being able to build website funnels, like basic website updates, being able to do a lead magnet funnel or a webinar funnel. And once you get this core foundation down, there's opportunities to specialize. Like there's so many forks in the road and you don't know where it's going to take you. So it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. I mean, every single time I listen to you talk, I'm like, what am I doing? Why have I not brought on a digital marketing assistant yet? Every single time we talk, I'm like, oh, I'm listening to her. This would make my life so much easier.
Yeah.
Because as a business owner, that's not my jam. That's not the fun, cool stuff to me. I need to be in my zone of genius doing the things that really light me up and that I love to do in my business, you know? So like, is this really something that people can make money doing? I know
Yeah.
the answer, but I want you to share it.
And you just nailed it. There is so much work opportunities right now because you, as a business owner, as an example, you need to be focused on the 20% of your tasks that make you money. You need to be doing the one-on-ones. You need to be doing the visibility things. You need to be putting your brain on the money-making tasks. And those 80% of the other tasks in your business, you can hire out and get help with.
Yeah.
That's why there's so much work. And small business owners, small teams, they want somebody who's very well-rounded and who gets it. They're not going to hire somebody in a bubble just to do one little thing. They're not going to hire one person just to do the inbox. They want you to take on a couple different tasks. So this opens the doors to this beautiful thing called retainer work, where you're getting consistent work every month. You have your clients commit to 20 hours a month, 40 hours a month, 5 hours a week, whatever we need to do to fit your schedule and what the client needs. And then that's reoccurring. And it's a nice chunk of change. Now, I teach my digital marketing assistants to start at $25 an hour with no experience. So it goes up from there. If you, like for me, if you have PR skills like I had, it only goes up from there. If you can write, if you can help with copywriting, if you can help with emails, those starting rates are $50 an hour. So if you do the math, like, 20 hours a week, like that very quickly adds up and can be something that gives you the flexibility and the control over your schedule, because that's ultimately what we want. Sometimes we're just in this transition. We know we don't want to go back to our old corporate gig. We don't want this 60-hour work week, but we're also realizing like MLMs don't work. We don't want to do retail. We don't want to do a call center. We want something that's meaningful. Yeah. And a lot of us, we're helpers. We love helping. We love getting the ball going, and we don't need to be the front face of the business. We don't need to be doing what you and I are doing right now. We're perfectly happy making magic happen behind the scenes. And it's so nice because you're not churning the clients. You don't have to worry about marketing yourself, and the introvert and you can be very happy. Oh, you're speaking my love language right now. Yes. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, what am I doing? Can I just go back to client work? But I have this bigger mission, and I've seen so many overeducated, underemployed military spouses, and that's who I first started training. I'm like, come here, Claudia, come here, Laura, I got you. I'm going to teach you how to get started. And that's how I created my course. And it's been so fun to see women from all different walks of life take back control. Yeah. And not have to ask for school days off, to be able to go volunteer in the classroom, to be there greeting the bus when it gets home at 2:30. That's what time it gets off here. Oh my gosh. So my executive director here, she runs my preschools and works here in the office with me. When I see her schedule, like when I see her pinballing, like I've got to get one kid here, another kid here, I've got to be home by the bus there, I'm on the wait list for an after school program. Like she's like so frazzled all the time of trying to coordinate these kids. Oh, and by the way, she's a single mom too. So like I try as her employer to be super flexible. She can work from home. She can work the hour. I don't care what hours she works, but not everybody is like that. No. And I remember when I was working in the preschools and I had school age kids, I was thinking, how on earth am I going to be home or make that commute? My kids went to school that didn't have a bus, so I had to go get them. How was I going to manage all of that? So I think about now kind of how I've set myself up. I'm not a freelancer. I'm a coach, obviously, but how I'm able to kind of set the boundary of when I work. And I think that's kind of the point of the work that your clients do, the people that go through your program. So you're teaching them how to set up their business to fit the hours of their life when they want to work. So you're launching a new program, certification program. So talk to us about that. Yeah. Oh, I have to tell you one stat. I had looked this up. 25% of working parents say they've been treated as if they aren't committed to their jobs because they have kids. So I think that's the beautiful thing about working for somebody like you, or a lot of the clients that we serve online are women.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't mean you come with the excuse factor every time something goes wrong and you can't do something, but you're going to find more grace if you just get your work done, right?
Yeah.
And that doesn't always happen when people expect you to physically be in an office.
Yeah.
And
I don't need you here. I don't
Yeah.
need you under my thumb. I just need tasks done. And I think that's how most successful businesses are, who understand that culture and who understand that parents are working too, and they're juggling their families. And so I think that what you're doing is you're kind of filling that void because there aren't a lot of places where parents, specifically mothers, feel supported like that and feel like that culture is hard to find. It's really hard to find. Yeah.
And what I do is give women options, right?
Mm-hmm.
Inside the Unicorn Digital Marketing Assistant School, you learn the tech skills, actually how to do the client work. So from the moment you have a kickoff call, you know exactly what to do and what to take ownership over. Because the clients, just as any kind of independent contractor,
we're frazzled.
Yeah, they want you to take the lead and have ownership. And so those first couple of clients are very nerve-wracking when you haven't done it before. And here's the thing, anyone listening to this, you have the skills. You can tell your client, I may be new to this business, but I have these skills. Yeah. I can do it. And you have to believe in yourself. And so I'm setting women up to set up their business because, like I said earlier, that wasn't something that was sexy to me. I never strived to be a business owner. But if you look back, I've always been entrepreneurial. So if you're the one who's done an MLMs, if you've tried an Etsy shop, if you are like floating with ideas, like, you know, in your heart, you're like, yeah, I'm entrepreneurial, but maybe I could do better supporting somebody and using these skills during this time of my life. You're still a business owner. Yeah. And so I teach them all those marketing modules that will really give you a leg up above the competition of all of the admin BAs. There's a lot of courses out there who teach the business setup, but what's going to make you money and get you the paying client work is skills and the network. And so I give both of those. I don't know why I did these two fingers.
I like it.
Sometimes I'm awkward, guys. You need skills and you need the network. And so that's another part of my program, is because I've worked so hard over the years to position myself as something clients need. They need this skill set. They need this digital marketing knowledge. We've shared over 1,500 jobs with my teeny tiny community. Yeah.
That is wild. Hey, Sasha Marie says hi. Hey, Sasha, good to see you. And so you're onboarding people right now. Like what's happening in your world? How can women get more of you?
Yeah. So the course is opening in October. So if you're watching this, we have a live session happening where you get access to a live Facebook group, job ops, and some extra coaching calls. You're going to be in there talking about time management. We're so excited to have you. It's a big question because moms need that. We need to learn how to juggle it. And prioritize things. And then I'm having a live info session Thursday. If you're curious about what a VA is, what the work is, what you need to set up, what you need to invest in, all of the questions, like what you could be doing, what those services are, that is a live training Wednesday. And
Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday. I'm so glad you corrected me. Thursday, September 29th, and there will be a replay. So sign up.
Can you drop the link in the comments below? Yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah, and if you catch this later, I'm going to put that on Evergreen. You'll be able to sign up and watch it at any time. And it's just going to give you the setup stuff that you need to know. And it's educational. I want you to make the right decision for you. Not everybody needs to focus on digital marketing. Not everybody is cut out to own their own business. And I want you to have all of the tools at your hands. And I don't want you to have to like piece all the things together, because you can watch all the YouTubes and listen to all the podcasts and read all the blogs. But I want to just give women a resource all at once. So you can very quickly make your mind up if this is for you.
Yeah. So, as we wrap up, we've got about 4 minutes here. What do you hope to empower these women with? Like, if you could summarize it, like, what are you really providing to them?
I want women to have their own thing. we are such givers, right? And we give to our spouses and our schools and our children. And sometimes we lose a little piece of us. And some of us are really happy working, and there's guilt associated with that. And you can have that piece of the pie back on your own time and still be a good mother. It is so important for your kids to see you doing something you love other than them, right? We know we're not supposed to be helicopter parents. We know we need to give them space. When my kids come home, it's about learning boundaries. Mommy's working. Like, they're proud of me. They see me doing this. And my whole job as a mother is to set them up to be able to live on their own. Like, it's really weird, right? Like, I need them to go off on their own. And so them getting some space, for them seeing me doing it for myself as a role model, as an example, is the best thing. And I just think every woman, no matter what situation you're in, you should have the relevant skills. You should be able to walk down the street and get a good job and provide for your kids. So if it's been a while, if you've had a baby break, if you're doing a career change, if you feel lost with this online space and you don't know what's happening and you know you need to catch up, that's what my Unicorn Digital Marketing Assistant School can do. It can get you back into the hiring pool and give you options. Maybe that option is a full-time 9 to 5 with a better salary. Maybe that option is working from home right now in the cracks of time or during school hours. But it's all about options.
Yeah. And I mean, you didn't talk about it, but sometimes you just need like a little side hustle too. Like, I'm not for the hustle culture. So I'm not saying like, go out there and hustle, but you need something for some fun money. Maybe you don't need to work. I mean, I'm just going to put it out there. I'm just going to put it out there. Because I coach a lot of women that are like, I can't do this because I don't bring any money in myself, or I don't do that. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What? Like,
oh my gosh. When I meet women who have to ask, oh, this is going to come out wrong, but have to ask to go get their hair cut if it's okay in the budget. And I'm like, when I first started working, I made $200 a month. That was nails, that was massages, that was a babysitter, that was guilt-free, me money to do what I want. That is so freaking empowering. And it's the ability to scale that up when you need to, is the options I'm talking about. My friend Brenna started working as a VA so she could get Botox and just pay for it, like guilt-free. And I mean, I want to shop. I don't want to ask permission. I mean, my husband and I have like a good relationship with money, but still, like, I just need that for me. I need that independence and self-reliance.
Even if your husband isn't, I mean, I meet lots of women whose husbands, they don't care. They don't care, but you still kind of hold that, like,
yes,
I need my own money. I need my own money. Yeah. So, you're such a great resource. Emily, I think that you're so passionate about what you do. I know that you're out there helping women at this phase of their life, whether they're military and they're bouncing around, or they're stay-at-home moms and, are trying to find something for themselves. Or like I said, maybe they don't even have kids. They just want something that brings in other money, that they're able to work around their schedule. It's just such a cool opportunity and something that's so needed. Take it from me as a business owner, like, these things are needed in our business. And so the fact that I found you and you're going to help me and you're also helping other women get out there and build their businesses for this. It's just so delicious.
AliceAnne, I've tried it all. We've moved 12 times in 19 years. I have tried it all. I have substitute taught. I've been a signing agent. I've done a couple MLMs, which were a big fat failure. I had an Etsy shop where I basically worked for $1 an hour. Like, I have tried it all. I wish I had known about this when I was a new mom looking for options. I wish I had this head start. I wish this virtual world was such a force that it is now and so common, and I didn't. And so now this is your opportunity to catch up and learn about it. And listen, even if you're just starting in that side hustle that you talked about, that sets you up for the future. The side hustle is the new, like, job security, right? It gives you options if you do need to leave your 9 to 5 or for whatever happens. With people in all different kinds of situations where they're retiring and they want to travel, they're taking care of loved ones. It's not just for moms, it's military spouses who, PCS every 18 months, like I did. So again, like, I just wish I had known about it. And so this is my way of giving back and helping women figure this out for themselves much, much quicker.
Yeah. Yes. Well, like I said, you're such a great resource. I love your energy. I love your passion. I think what you're doing is really cool and really needed. So please drop your links in the comments below. Anyone watching, if you have questions, comments, if you want to get to know Emily more, drop your comments in the chat below, and follow her, connect with her. She's amazing. Her Instagram, and are you on TikTok? Or you just
Yes. Are you?
Follow her on social media. Her stuff is a riot, and I just love seeing how you balance motherhood and working so gracefully and with a little bit of humor in there, which I can really relate to. And so just thank you, Emily. Thanks for being a Leading Lady ambassador. Thanks for showing up and for just being such a great resource for everybody.
Thanks for sharing. And I'll drop the link again. That's Thursday. So I'd love to have you all there.
Yeah. Wonderful. All right. Bye.